The artist Salvador Dali said, "Have no fear of perfection. You will never reach it." I think old Salvador was right. Perfection is the dream stealer. We think we shouldn't do something like writing a book or making a creme brulee or crocheting a blanket because we have no clue what we're doing, and therefore it will be a mess. And it's true. It might be a mess. But oftentimes making the mess, allowing yourself the mess is the only way to go. If I were concerned about perfection, I wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be hearing my voice because I don't know very much at all about editing. I barely can string a video together. I know very little about lighting. I'm right now squeezed into the corner of an Airbnb where I'm staying. There's a lot of reasons to not record this video. And while it's good to learn, and my goal is to learn, to edit, and to do things better, if I waited until I knew how to do it, I'd probably never do it. If this video message or an essay I write or a poem isn't what I want it to be, it's just reality. I'm thinking of the things that I'm most proud of, and those things are not perfect. Even after, let's say, 10 to 15 revisions of an essay, it's often not perfect when I read it in print. If I waited till things were perfect to send them out into the world or to write them, those things would not exist. And while the world may be just fine without those things existing, I'm better because they do. Most anything I've ever created, whether it's in writing or something in the kitchen or even gardening, is not what I thought it could be. And I understand the impulse to hold ourselves to a very high standard. Human beings are amazing. We are capable of great things. Of course, I could do a better video. Of course, I could write a better essay. And of course, I will keep trying. But I can't rob myself of the joy and privilege of engaging in those things until I think I've met some standard. One of the reasons that I love, I think, writing and teaching creative nonfiction, which is to say memoir and personal essays and that sort of thing, is because they're the one genre where you are allowed to make attempts. In fact, the word essay itself comes from the French word for trying. The writer, we are usually trying to figure something out, which means that it's all a draft. It's all a mess. If you know that and allow it, perfection has no place. Trying is the goal in creative nonfiction writing, in essay writing, in memoir writing. And I would say in life, in doing this, trying is the goal. I sometimes think that we're less afraid of failing, of trying and failing, than trying and being seen to have failed. We don't like people to see our soft underside. And when we say we want something, we want to write a book, we want to start a YouTube channel, and we make that desire known, we're vulnerable. We're very tender and exposed. I think about times that I've stumbled or tripped or fallen in public, and I'm usually way less concerned about whether I'm hurt than whether somebody saw me or who saw me and how goofy did I look. So we have this sort of built-in armor against letting ourselves look foolish. The problem is that on the other side of looking foolish is everything we love. So you can guard yourself against slipping up and never looking imperfect in the face of the world. Don't take the singing lessons, don't join the choir, don't try writing your mother's story. You'll be safe. You won't look like a fool. You'll avoid the risk of failing and especially being seen to have failed, but you avoid your desire to. I want to share another quote. This one is from the writer Jane Smiley. She writes, "Every first draft is perfect because all the first draft has to do is exist. It's perfect in its existence. The only way it could be imperfect would be to not exist. It's perfect in its imperfection." My writing prompt for you this time is to make a list of things that are perfect. The night sky in winter is perfect. One of my cats on my lap purring, perfection. Coffee in the morning, perfect. Coffee in the morning with the person I love, even more perfect, if that's possible. The sight of a black squirrel, digging through the snow out back, the taste of a ripe peach, people who say hello first. So make your own list, things that are perfect. After you make a list, choose one of those things and write about it. I'll close with one more quote. Perfect is the enemy of the good. And that comes from an Italian saying, Il meglio è l'inimico del bene. Did I say that perfectly? I totally did not. But if I waited until I knew how to say that line perfectly, I'd never get to speak those delicious words at all.